Dear ladies and gentlemen, my name is Petra Bouskova and I am here to motivate you to stay motivated in your job and to motivate your demotivated colleagues to stay motivated in their job. And after that, we will have nicely motivated software testing world. I hope it's possible, but I would like to ask everyone here to stand up now. Yes, cool. Stand up. And please stay just on one your leg. Yes? Yes? Yes. This call to action actually doesn't have any connection to my presentation. I just wanted to see how motivated you are to listen to my speech. Thank you very much, and now you can sit down. Maybe you can be asking yourself, why the hell I should listen to this girl standing here on the stage just on one leg? The first of all, good question. The second of all, at some point, I just get so bored and so angry of all these bored faces of software testers and angry faces and all these questions I always have to face, like, software testing, isn't it kind of boring and repetitive? Why should even to start to do this job? And I just said, not anymore. Come on, I am motivated to do my job. I was working in automotive in testing for 2 years. Now I am working for 2 years in finance and banking, and I love it. I found my passion for the testing. Why don't you find your passion for your testing? Why don't you should be motivated? People love statistics, and people love researches, and that's why I would love to start as well with one. This research was pretty complex. It took 2 years to manage all questions. It was 40 open questions, specific and open ones. 700 participants take place in this research. It's research from 2014. People from all companies, all sizes of companies, 50% of people were working in V model, 25 in Agile, and the rest. At the end, there was only one statement. Software testers had to answer, I am highly motivated into software testing. Agree or disagree? Here is conclusion. From conclusion, you can see that actually, we are kind of highly motivated to do this job. Well, so I would like to thank you for your attention. Stay motivated. Not that quick. Carrot and stick. Honestly, guys, raise your hands. Who is here passionate about dry carrots? What is the favorite food? Is dry carrot raw? Raise your hands. Okay, one. Almost no one. But now, let's change the output. Let's think about carrot cake. Nice, juicy carrot cakes with a lot of flavors and with a lot of plains and even like with small carrot on the top. Now carrot cake, mascarpone, cottage cheese. Yeah, it's better, you see. We have changed, society have changed. We just don't want pure carrots. We just don't want money. We want something more. We want something complex. We want layers. We want to enjoy our job bite by bite. Society and scientists has think about it. And after that, from year 1942, there were a lot of theories about motivation. And I would like to focus on the most important ones. No. Let's go practical. I was there, I was on interview. After that, I was on onboarding system. After that, my first project starts, and after that, my 10th project starts. I was there, and I wanted to go to the roots. I wanted to make it practical. So I spread this question to the world. I spread on social media, hey, what software testers, come on, call to action, what motivates you? On LinkedIn, and I have got tons of messages. And after that, from all these tons of messages from all over the world, from Hungary, India, US, I just make this presentation. Candidate on interview, after that tester is hired, and after that tester is on the project. Candidate on the interview. Good morning, dear candidate. Let me welcome you in our company. Do you want to have a coffee or do you want to have a tea? Let me tell you a story. Last year, I was on Czech test conference, and there I met Zuzka. Small, tiny girl. And I was talking to her, hey, what are you actually doing? And you know, at that point, she just started so passionately to talk about software testing. I'm working for one smaller company, and the team is great, and projects are great, and I love it. Software testing just so great. What are you doing, you, Petra? Like, yeah, software testing is cool. And this girl just stuck in my mind. No wonder that 3 months later, when I was thinking about changing my job, this girl again appeared on my mind. And now I am working in this company because I remember the passion. Find your passion for the testing. What is testing for you? Is it challenging? It's creative? It's complex? Find your passion. And when you find your passion, find a vision of your whole company. As Steve Jobs said, if you are working on something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. And if you find the vision of your company, be sure it's not just theory. Be sure that you live it. Be sure that every employee who always just comes to the company lives it. How to find your passion, how to find your vision? 2 simple questions. The first one, if we now follow the setup that we set up for our company, and if we follow it for 10 years more, where will we end up? What is our sentence? And the second one is what I really like. Imagine that your company is on the Forbes, on the cover. What would be there the headline of your company? For example, my company, Tessena, one of the part of the vision is we would like to be #1 of provider of testing trainings. And I love it because I as well hold trainings in my company. And every day I come to my job, I know the vision. Okay, cool. So now we have the room, there is the boss, there is the interview, everyone knows the vision, everyone knows the passion. Now let's focus more on the person sitting in front of you and ask him the same question as you just asked your company. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What would be your headline on the magazine cover? It helps to you find out if the person in front of you wants to be a scuba diver, it wants to be an expert, like #1, numero uno, like no one else is so good as you are in automation, or if he wants to be a leader, if he wants to have experience in all fields, and if he wants to lead one day his team. Scuba diver or captain. Both of them are highly evaluated and highly important to have in team. Career path. So now you know if in front of you is a scuba diver or if there is captain. And now you can just focus on his desire. Let's say that you have in front of you a scuba diver. Dear scuba diver, dear expert, imagine that now you start to work in our company and few first years you will be a junior tester. Then you will be a senior tester. And then you will be an expert. Everyone from the Prague, everyone from Budapest will just call you and say, hey, I have here a problem in automation. How can I solve it? How does it sound for you? It sounds sexy for him because it's exactly what he wants. If in front of you is captain, you can say, hey, few first years junior tester, then senior tester, then imagine you can be test coordinator, then test lead, then test manager, you can lead a team. How does it sound for him? Sexy, because it's exactly what he wants. So direction matters. It's important to be aware of it, that not everyone is super passionate about career path and driven by this career path. If you have on interview, for example, a senior tester, Sometimes they are just like that the team is good and the job is just near to place where they are living and there is good coffee and there is a flexible working time so they can pick up their children at 3 o'clock and they don't have to stay at the work until 5 or 6. This is not really connected to my soul, but it's important to know that not everyone is passionate about the career. Someone has another things which motivates him. Dear candidate, let's buy a frame because you're gonna need it. Certifications. Let the person in front of you know that there are a wide range of different certifications which can he have. Who is here certified? Raise your hands. Yes, you see? Oh my God, certifications are important. For junior testers, it's something cool. Yeah, I have this paper, I can make a selfie with my certification. It's something more than other people have. For senior testers, for more experienced, at some point, sometime, they just get to the point where they don't see any other way how to gain new knowledge, how to gain new experience. This is something which company says, okay, we appreciate you and we will pay for you the certification. And after that, you can actually join this community who all have certifications. Tester is hired. Yes. Let me welcome you on the board, dear tester. Do you think that the motivation of testers now starts on the very first day that a tester just enters your company? No. It starts already before that. Keep in touch. Already when you say yes and he says yes, after that keep in touch, send him emails, add him on LinkedIn, add him on Facebook or on Instagram, so tell him, hey, here are some meetups. You can join these meetups. And tomorrow we are going to the pub with our colleagues. Come with us. You can actually already get to know them. Be part of the family. You are now part of the family. People want to be part of our family. Onboarding platform and office lady. Let's tell me you a short story of my friend who just is a new employee of one really big company in Prague. And I asked him, hey, aren't you lost a little bit there? And he said, no, not at all. You know, we have in our office lady, our office mama. She knows everything, and always she's there for me. When I have some question, I just come to her and ask. For example, last time she said, hey, come with us to have a lunch, and we got goulash. You know, this is my third goulash in the week, but still, I love it. So be sure that there is one person, nice, responsible, knows everything, office lady or office oma or office opa, something like that. An onboarding platform. It saves you time and it saves you costs. If the person just comes there, sign up and see, okay, benefits, okay, timesheets, okay, payments, and so on, here. Be sure that you invest in onboarding system and into office lady. This is what I would like to really outline, because I have seen it many times in many companies. You know, when the new person comes to the company, what is instruction? Here are documents, read it, and get familiar with our environment. Cool, yeah, it works for first week. The person is passionate, you know, everything is new, reading the documents, cool. Second week, yeah, documents are already like almost done. Everyone is super busy with his project. But what will be next, my step? I don't know. The third week, no passion, nothing, like, yes, okay, what will I do now? I know everything about the company, documents are read 2 times, what now? I have seen many times people leaving and quitting the job just because of lack of information. So be honest. If you have a project for the person, say, okay, 3 weeks, read these documents, and after that comes an amazing project for you. Done. Pff, cool. If you don't have any project for the employee, which can happen as well, be honest again. Say, okay, 2 weeks, read these documents, and I see your potential. I know exact project for you, and I'm sure it will come. It will come. Now relax, just here in the company, And be sure that in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, you will be just crazy busy with the project. Be honest. Tester is on the project, yes. Social media. Why do you think people post on social media? Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or Twitter? Because we want feedback, and we won't just have some feedback. We want quick feedback. We want to know if what we are doing, someone appreciates, someone is interested into. Imagine karaoke. Here, you are standing on the stage, and you are singing, and the audience is absolutely not interested, or even they boo you. How many times do you think you would do karaoke? Maximum 2 times. But imagine that you are standing on the stage and making karaoke, and the crowd is going crazy. Maybe you start even to plan karaoke trips during your free time on the events, on the weekends, and you just hope that someone drag you on the stage. So people like to do something who they know about, other people are interested into. Give them appreciation. Tell them, hey, good job, yes. This is actually just what we want to hear. Let me tell you another story. A friend of mine, he just entered the company, he's young, and I asked him, how do you like your job in software testing? His reply wasn't connected to software testing at all. He said, it's just so cool. Our office, it looks like in Google. And once per month, we have steaks, dinner, and we have donuts. I love it. I was like, okay, interesting. Steak connects people. It's a simple, food always works. Donuts, team buildings, and this one. Juniors, cool, we have a cool spirit here. For seniors, they just want to have some excuse to get out from the wife and just talk to people, not about the work, not about the children, and so on. Yeah, we need you. Appreciation again. Be sure that you have regular face-to-face with the members of your team. And for junior testers, what really works for junior testers is, hey, this bug you just found, it's so cool. It just saved us so much money. If it just went to the production, I don't know what would happen. For senior testers, it's better to say, we have here a project similar as you were working on last year, and here is test strategy. Do you think, would you add there something according to your experience or any advices? Yeah, we would like to hear it. We would like to know that we need you. Yeah, testing can be boring. It can be repetitive. So be sure that if you have a team where are some members, always just everyone makes something different. Little bit. After that, these people can share the knowledge. So not like automation on one person and another project comes and automation again, and after that again. Try to little bit mix their knowledge, depending on the people. And challenge your tester. I strongly believe that the testing can be fun. There can be competitions. Focus on quality of the bugs, not on quantity on the bugs. For example, you can have a competition between developers and testers. The best bug of the week. I strongly believe if it's rightly set up for the company and for the team, it can work. Networking on conferences. Yeah, for junior testers, it's cool. There are so many people interested into the topic as I am, and I can upload everything on my social media. For senior testers, it's a new way to meet people from different parts of the country, from different parts of the world, and see, hey, this approach, I haven't ever thought about it. It's interesting. Let's do it like this way. Let's do it. So networking on conferences. And there are so many conferences. I was talking about it today with Thomas, that there are so many. Provide him training. There is difference between provide him some training and provide him some training. According to this statistic, there are different skills needed for different testing roles. For example, if you have a test analyst who wants to be test lead, there is desire, there is need to be really good in improvement, management, and reviewing. So then provide the future test lead trainings in exact these 3 areas, because after that it can solve you so many problems. He will be better in leading the team. If you are moving from test lead to test manager, there is even far more test management, what is logical, but there is not so many test design and execution. So be sure that this person could handle with this lack of control under test execution and test design. I was talking with Attila, and he said, you know, this motivation topic is great, but everything starts and ends with leaders. There are so many things like what is a boss, what is a leader. What I would like to talk here is micromanagement. Imagine that 80% of all testers think that they are working under strict micromanagement. 80%. From people who consider to quit a job in software testing, they were asking why. 70 people said because of micromanagement. If you give people exact instruction how to do things, like, okay, now we have this Excel table, and this table has to be green, and this has to be pink, and this has to be like 100 exact lines, they will do their job, but without any motivation. Job done, okay. If you tell them, this is the goal, here you have to come in 3 weeks, and after that I will check it. Oh wow, responsibility, man. Scientists said it's the best way to firstly control the person after 60% of the project is done. This is kind of challenging for all micromanagers, isn't it? Motivation process from beginning to end. One more thing, I hope, I was leading this workshop already in Berlin, in Selenium Conference, and many times in Czech Republic. And there I have had to face many questions, but always there is one common question. Let's imagine that we have a worker, like wound-up worker. He appears every day at 8 o'clock at the work. He goes home at 4 o'clock at the work. I would like to motivate him somehow. I have had already many face-to-face with him, but I don't know how. He says, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. So the first important thing to think about is no one can motivate him if he's not willing to do himself. You cannot motivate someone who is not willing to be motivated, who doesn't want to. I always just see this fire in these test managers. I want to motivate him so deeply. So please tell me, Petra, how? I was like, you cannot. Because he doesn't want to. You cannot motivate someone who doesn't want to be motivated. The second important question is, how does he perform? Results, good or bad? If the answer is good, he's actually great, then, yeah, I'm so sorry. Just, you don't have to motivate him. If he's fine, the team likes him, he appears at 8, goes home at 4, everything is 100%, great. If the answer is no, which always was somehow, then I was discussing this with my boss, and he said, you know what can really motivate people? Fire them. It's tough. But if you fire the weakest wheel in the team, after that all as well other people say, hey, he really did it. Okay, wow, now I have to be more motivated as well. So firing people, sometimes it's necessary. Now I would like to ask you stand up again. Please stand up for me. Great, great. I would like you to take your right hand in front of you, just like this. Make your finger up. Yes. And what I would like to ask you, now think about yourself. How do you see yourself in a few years in software testing or a few months? Where do you want to go? And after that, make the plan how to get there. And at some point, if you know your plan and your steps, simply you will be motivated to do this job because you see your goal and you will be happy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Petra, for the very motivating presentation. We have time only for one question. So please pick the first one from the list.
How to motivate a zombie team with full of energy, acting diligently, without looking like an idiot in their eyes, finding their individual motivation force. So it's a zombie team full of energy, without looking like an idiot. I don't know, zombie team with full of energy. Let's find me and after we can discuss it. Zombie. How to motivate a team of people with different needs of motivation. Talk to them, ask them on the face-to-face. Seriously, you have to be really empathic for that, to ask questions and ask them, hey, what do you like and where do you see yourself and so on. If you are there with your boss, tell him. I have regular face-to-face with my boss and I always telling him, hey, my plan is to be in 2 years really great test manager. How can I go there? Does this project work for me or not? And he said, yes, it works for you, Petra, because you can learn this. So ask and be aware of different approaches of motivation.